everyone, and welcome back to an exciting episode of Jurassic In today's episode, we have so much to go over. I mean, like, a lot has happened since I've been away, so we took a little mini holiday. Thought that nothing would drop, and luckily, no big trailer. There hasn't been a trailer 2, even though everyone keeps saying it's coming, which it will be, but it's not right now. So first off, I just want to do a community spotlight to My Life with Monsters, who has created this beautiful rendition of a Spinosaur, the Spinosaur from Jurassic Park 3, taking on one of the Rebirth Spinosaurs there. You may have seen their work in a lot of people's YouTube thumbnails, for instance. Yes, if you know, you know. But I was curious because I thought they were being commissioned to make these, because there's a lot of them, like the Ultimasaur behind the glass, like the red glass that we've seen in the past. But actually, they just do it because they want to. And then they let anyone sort of, like, as long as credit's given, you know, you can use them. So I thought that, like, amazing. Again, we've got such talented people in the Jurassic Park community that just like to be creative and put it out there and let the fans enjoy it. I think that deserves some sort of mentioning. Now, on to the actual news. Something good in the UK! Can you believe it? I can't! So, we have now had it officially announced. It was sort of put out there maybe a couple of months ago that Universal were thinking about doing something in the UK with a park, but here it is. This is concept, idea, and design for the one that's going to be open in the UK soon. And by soon, I mean in 6 years. We're talking about 2031-ish time. So it's still just a little bit of ways off. But if we take a closer look, you might notice a certain part of the park looks very, very familiar. We have the visitor center, like, you know, I think it was called the Discovery Museum or something like that, and also some other little rides here and there. You'll notice an absence of a river adventure ride, and one of the things I thought about this, actually, is just one of the reasons why I just didn't think a Disneyland or a Universal would work in the UK is because the weather's crap. It's always rainy and miserable and cold, like for 70% of the year. I mean, obviously this is, I think, more down south. I'm from the north where it's always miserable and cold, but hey, we make do. We've been through the winter. So you can see maybe a little bit of a gate, Jurassic Park gate there, the Universal, and then these two big pylons, which look to me to be those dropping things that you've seen at a lot of amusement parks sort of have them, as well as, I don't know, a walkway with other little miniature visitor domes, the thatched roof, and again, let's just mention that there's no Jurassic Worldness. There's no Samsung Innovation Center. There's no, like, glass sort of 3D stuff, and maybe it's not even Jurassic, but it looks to be very similar to Jurassic. But anyway, that's coming in 6 years or so time, so it's going to be making, I think, thousands of jobs, they're reporting, so that's going to be good. But anyway, onto the exclusive Collider preview. There was, I think, an entertainment article as well, and we all thought that there was going to be some exclusive things shown in this. However, the article didn't show anything new. If anything, there was just one extra image that you can see here, which, what's his, something Dobbs? Jason Dobbs, is it? Jacob Hobbs? Dob Wobbs? Something like that. And Scarlett Johansson, which looked to be looking at something in the water. Now, I don't think I'm the only one that noticed that this looks kind of similar to that scene that was deleted in King Kong. You remember? Where, you know, they were on the river and they got attacked by something. It looked very similar. I mean, come on, coincidences. Yeah, I'm sure that's all it is anyway. But I just thought that, you know, we'll put it out there. Nothing really happening there. And, yes, so let's talk about Jurassic Park Survival. Now, Survival we thought was going to be releasing for Rebirth, that's coming this summer. However, we've had no news on. Now, Saber, the company that have made, or are making, Survival, have been hard at work with Space Marine 2. And they have put in so much effort into it, and I think that's the reason why we don't have any news on Jurassic, because they just put this on Twitter. This is the official Jurassic Park Survival Twitter account, saying the teams at Saber Interactive and Universal Products and Experiences are about to start an exciting day of planning, hatching up fresh ideas. Get it? Hatching like eggs. It may take time, but trust us, it's worth it. And then they end with an egg emoji. Now, I want to say, this doesn't fill me with confidence. it does in some regards because, hey, they're taking it very seriously. They're having meetings, throwing around ideas and all that jazz. But this is something that happens at the start of a video game, not near the end. you know what I mean? So I feel as though this is definitely telling us. We thought maybe it would be late, like Q4 of 2025. This starts to get me to think maybe we're talking 2026. I think. I mean, yeah, they've got the narrative summary there, and they've definitely flicked through the pages. You can see it's a little bit bent there. And they have something at the end that's just a little bit too far away. And it looks to be some sort of storyboard. You can definitely see there looks to be two hands. And the two hands are just below a line of light. And that to me looks like it's driving. Because you've obviously got the dash of the Jeep, I'm assuming, because it'll be a Jeep Wrangler Sahara that we've seen because it's Jurassic Park time. So it looks like a first-person view of driving the Jeep. Maybe, I'm assuming that's how you drive it, not going to be third person. And then you've got like arrows, I think, going different directions. So it's definitely a part of a driving scene. And this is basically just a storyboard. But what it does show is they're not drawings. This is in-game renders. So there is an engine, there are models, it has come some way through, but maybe they've decided to go back to the drawing board or whatever, or they're just finishing maybe a couple of different parts of the game, but again, progress is happening on survival. I don't know how fast it is. I mean, this is the first news we're getting in a long time. So, yeah, don't hold on to your butts too long for that, or else you might have numb arses. So, yes, and we had some posters come out. This, I think, these were at the Cinecon, or CinemaCon, where they showed the trailer 2. Or at least, I don't know, was it a trailer 2, or was it, I don't know if it was the second trailer, where we had loads of people saying there was a fire-breathing T-Rex, there was flying raptors, scholarship, all this weird stuff. Now, one of these images is different from the rest. Can you guess? I'll give you a second. Is it the D-Rex flare with Duncan at the left? Is it Scarlett Johansson? Zia? Oh, I don't even know. Zion in the middle? Or is it the paleontologist with eggs? If you answered anything but the middle, you're wrong, because it's the middle. If you take a close look at the claw down at the bottom, you'll notice something weird. It's definitely a raptor claw, but it's in the wrong position. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think that this is probably telling. All the others seem fine, but there's a little hint of something extra going on here. Now, what I did is I traced it. I traced with the red, I guessed where the left toe was, the middle toe. Now, raptors have two middle toes, or two toes, and then they have a third. The thumb is the claw that would slash at you and spill your intestines all over the place, eating you while you're alive. And if you look at where it is, it's almost at the back of the heel. It's facing the complete opposite way of the little toe. It's like back, it's back here instead of it being up front. So this says to me that this is a mutant or a mutant raptor. Now, we've seen the two-headed raptor. It possibly could be the two-headed raptor, or it could be another raptor we have not seen. Another mutant raptor with other weird mutations. Now, you don't see too much color on it. I think that's deliberate. I've put in the green where the toe claw should be. So just to give you an idea, it should be around about there, but it's not. Even a little bit further forward. It might even go in front of the silhouette, so you'd see the claw, but it doesn't. It's to the right, and that's deliberate, I think. So are we looking at a miniature D-Rex? Now, that's been speculated that we're going to get a smaller one, if it has even raptor DNA, or is it a mutant raptor? All food for thought. Just thought I'd put that out there. And then something interesting happened. I went to find, I searched Jurassic World Rebirth and see what I'm missing on Twitter, Reddit, all this jazz. And time again, I came up against these images from actual accounts, and it's a media not displayed. And they had taken it down on Twitter. Like, Universal themselves had claimed it. Now, as you can see, one was a titanosaur render, some spinosaurs in there, some other ones. I'm really not too sure what they were. Maybe it's possible that it was loads of renders, But at the same time, there are videos on YouTube of people showcasing some of these renders, and there is also images of the renders on Twitter. Now, possibly that these are manually being taken down, or that Universal has just put out, the image into the algorithm and it's just automatically done it. And I think maybe the reason why some of these are still up and existing is because Universal doesn't know about them. But either way, we're going to showcase the ones that are still up, that you still can find. So I don't know about what these ones were. But we have a first look at an aqualops. It's basically the same on the left, the same one that was on the can for the Coca-Cola Zero, or Diet Coke, I think it was. And the one on the right, a little bit different. So it curves around. And this is going to be the dinosaur that is... whatchamacallit? It's going to be in the backpack of one of the family members. It's going to be venturing around with them. It's the Baby Yoda. It's the merchandisable one, the cute one. It's the smoothie, is it? I keep on seeing with the new Camp Cretaceous or Chaos Theory. It's the baby dinosaur that, they're going to sell plushies of to just market it. And I'm not trying to say that having a baby cute dinosaur isn't a bad thing. I just hope that, it wasn't done just to sell plushies, but maybe it was. Anyway. We also have this. The 3 renders of the Spinosaurs. We've seen the bottom left one before. We've seen the top left one. And I think we've seen the top right one as well. And this is, again, I think just part of an asset pack. Possibly that, I was away for when all of this happened, so I'm not too sure, but we find it online. We find what it floats around as. And then these as well, these renders, which shows the 3 different Spinosaurs. One with vertical stripes, one with horizontal stripes, and one with more thick vertical stripes. But again, the one on the left, its head is different. It's taken from a different... different render. And also what's weird about it is that it is standing very tall on its hind legs. It's almost a Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaur with a rudder tail. So I don't know maybe this wasn't supposed to be shown, and maybe that's why Universal have maybe been trying to take some things down, because that's an old render. Now the thing is, there was a different head. If you remember the Uno box, it had a more scientifically accurate alligator gar crocodilian head rather than this, monstery crocodile head. And I think possibly that was the original head on this dinosaur before they decided to change it and make it more grotesque and scaly and osteodermy. So that's possible. As well as these were the other ones I found floating around. A Quetzal, a Moser, a Dreadnought, is it? I want to say Argentinosaurus. Titanosaur, that's the one. It's a Titanosaur. Never mind. But yeah, just some interesting little things to find. And a T-Rex. I think this T-Rex, again, just like the poster we saw, says more than what you might initially think. So if we take a closer look at this T-Rex. Now... in the trailer, we have a T-Rex already, but it's a different color. It's like a dark brown with light brown on the back with almost black stripes down the back. And this one is a light gray. And if we look very closely at this render, it has a cut. Rexy had the cuts along the neck where it fought the raptor and stuff, so this isn't Rexy. I'm really trying to think if this is Nublar. It's obviously nowhere near Nublar, so it's a different island by the looks of it. It's near not Costa Rica, it's on the other side, near the Bermuda Triangle, I think it was. It's somewhere near Bermuda. So they were different dinosaurs, of course, but this T-Rex does not have a scar, the same place this one does. Now, this might not be the render, the final T-Rex. Maybe it initially looked like this and they changed the color. They could have done that, but this almost points towards it being a second T-Rex. There may be more dinosaurs in Jurassic World Rebirth than we even know. I mean, I'd hope there is. But what I'm saying is, there might be multiples of dinosaurs we've already seen. There's going to be raptors, of course. We don't know what kind of raptors. We've seen that weird one with the back of the hill just now. We're possibly seeing another T-Rex. This one's pale. Maybe it lived in the lab. It hasn't seen sunlight. It hasn't got the pigmentation. It looks like a similar breed because it does have the stripes, but again, they're pale. It's giving very Dino Crisis vibes for me anyway, with its 2D render there, or 3D render. And then we come to the Captivz. Remember the eggs? It's eggs all over this one. So yeah, I mean, I've unboxed these in the past. Good God, are they a waste of resources and slime. You know, when I unboxed them, I put all the slime into one egg and then put it away. I don't even want to open that. I think if I open that, it would be a biohazard. I think it would melt whatever the vapors get in contact with. I think it would just melt through my ceiling if I released it. So, but hey, they're still going on board with it. They love the slime. They can't get enough of the slime. I really wish they would just put like a sweet in there or something else, but obviously that's another license they'd have to get. But if you look closely on the pack of these slime eggs, which you could find, I think they've taken it down now. You could find it on the Captivz website, like captivz.com or whatever, and they have all the different lists of different ones. They had this, and if you take a close look, there's something on there.
Oh my goodness!
I think they tried to take down. I think they tried to take down the head. What was it? The Polly Pocket head, which had the lab, it had the helicopter, it had the Quetzalcoatl, but it also had an Indominus Rex. Not Indominus, oh my god. The D-Rex. Look, okay, Indoraptor was, Indominus Rex, oh my god, I can't even get them right. Oh, there's so many. The Indominus Rex, before it was revealed, was called the D-Rex. And it was called the D-Rex because it was supposedly called Diabolus Rex. And for some odd reason, this one's also called the D-Rex. But I digress. This is the closest we've got to what this thing will look in the movie. I mean, you've seen Goji Center's amazing render. You've seen all the ones all by the other artists, but this is officially, I think, the first proper look, a side profile, beautiful look. And it looks like it could even have 2 sets of eyes. It could have 4 eyes. It looks like it got maybe even 6 eyes. If you look at it, it's got like a giant hole here, then another one, and another one, so it could have 6 eyes. It's very, I don't know, like its tail's very thick, and its legs, I always feel like we made it quite stumpy, but I don't know, this thing, it looks pretty tough. It looks like it could gallop, I feel, whereas before we were a bit like, oh, what's it gonna do, you know, sort of thing. And if this has been released on the island for years, it's been able to hunt stuff. Does it have camouflage? I don't know. It has some way of hunting down its prey. But the reason why I say this is probably the closest we're going to get, I photoshopped that, put them all together, clipped them. This, and with the rest of the Captivz, a lot of them, I think what they do is they take the 3D model, because obviously there's a 3D model in the movie, and then they send that to special, you know, very certified people who keep secrets, and then they turn that into a toy, because you just scan it out as a mold and then make you know, resin, and you do all of the molds sort of thing for that, for the plastic. So I think this is the model from the movie, and they just basically took the model from the movie, scaled it down, maybe reduced the polys a little bit or something like that, because otherwise it would be thousands and it'd be way too detailed, and then just boom, gave it to, you know, Captivz to make the toy. But again, our first look at it, and it maybe even has 3 arms, because the way I was cutting it out, it looked like it had another arm, like it's got 2 little Diddy T-Rex arms, and then it's got a longer arm, so maybe it has its 2 T-Rex arms, and then it has this weird, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th arm. I don't even know what it is. But either way, it's our first proper look officially at the D-Rex. Also throw up this image. This is Gareth Edwards, I think it is, the director of Rebirth, and the similarities of the shots he did in Godzilla. I just think it's amazing that even the lab was red. Like, we even have a lab red shot. It's like, you know, but it's here. It's very similar. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Hopefully we'll be back reacting to a trailer too, and maybe a breakdown before we know it, because again, you know, we're 4 months away. April, May, June, basically 3 months away now from the new movie. So, God knows, we're really going to have to see a pickup in pace of promotions and things and toys. Before you know it, we'll be here, we'll be watching Rebirth, and we'll be making reviews about how it absolutely ruined the lore and how I don't like it very much. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you later. Oh, bye-bye.